John Beltran back at Mountain View High School in Loveland, getting ready for the boys' game, and the Mustangs desperately need a victory, but it's going to be hard-pressed considering that Mountain View has won 3 of their last 4 games, and the Mustangs have not won in nearly a month, defeating Brush in Fort Morgan right before the break, 66-55. The Mustang starting lineup brought to you by B&B Appliance, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between to have exactly what you need and service it too. That is B&B Appliance. Aiden Garver, a junior, along with a leading scorer, Wesley Carnes, Nathan Gherkin, Rodrigo Alvarez, and Forrest Jordan. For the head coach, TJ Schneider, Jim Kreckemeyer, longtime assistant, Christopher Schneider on staff as well. And Cody Parker, the other coach for the Mustangs. Aiden Vansel, the point guard, along with Gavin Hatch, the third leading scorer on this team, who's a senior. And then you got 2 seniors, the top 2 scorers. And Noah Phillips and Javi Carrillo, along with senior Zachary Wind. That's your starting lineup here for the Mountain View Mountain Lions. Opening tip tonight, brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. For over 100 years, they've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit PremierACA.com. It'll be Nathan Gherkin jumping center with Zachary Wind. And again, a size disadvantage for Fort Morgan. This Carrillo is a tall kid. He's got some size to him, without a doubt. So Gherkin against Wind. And the tip is controlled by Fort Morgan. Here is Wesley Carnes, the Mustangs in their road maroons, Mountain View in their home whites. There's the handoff to Alvarez near the top. Manning up is this Mountain View defense. Alvarez in the paint to Forrest Jordan. He traveled. So Mountain View will have possession without Fort Morgan even attempting a shot. Mountain View coached by Kendall Brandon, assisted by Cameron Brandon. On the outside right is Hatch, maintaining control of the basketball. Against Jordan, swings it right corner for Carrillo. Back out to Vansel. At the top now, here is Noah Phillips with a left-handed dribble over to Carrillo on the high right against Gherkin. Bounce pass down low for Wind. He banks and scores as he just really got Aiden Garver pretty good there. He bodied up and Garver had no answer. Carnes in the backcourt to Rodrigo Alvarez. Jump pass in the backcourt to Wesley Carnes. Crosses midcourt. Carnes with the basketball beyond the timeline, between his legs, behind his back. Dribbles left to the lane, in the lane, all the way, puts it up and around it, no good. Put back is up and in by Gherkin. Gherkin got the loose change and scored, and we're tied at 2. 6:46 to go in the opening quarter. Aiden Vansel calls out the play for Mountain View. Near the top to Wind. Wind dribbles to his right against Garver, right of the lane, turns, shoots, and misses. And Gherkin with a strong rebound. He had double-digit rebounds last night for the Mustangs. On the outlet to Alvarez with a left-handed dribble. Alvarez at the free throw line into the paint. He's trapped over there, then turns, shoots, and misses. And a nice block out by Aiden Vansel. He grabs the rebound for Mountain View. Vansel at the head of the three-point circle for Mountain View. Now retreats. Works off a pick from Wind. Lobs it to Wind. Inside. Dribbles. Lost control, and he got it right back in the corner. Straight away to Vansel. On the left wing to Hatch. Into the lane. Now to Vansel. Left-handed dribble. Stripped out of bounds from behind by Garver. Mountain View basketball. And Aiden Vansel to throw it in. To the right of the basket, tied at 2. There's the lob, and the shot is up and around and good. It was caught in midair, and Carrillo scored from about 6 feet straight away. And it's 4-2, and Carnes is fouled in the backcourt. Nice job of not being tied up there, and the foul was committed by Gavin Hatch. 3/4 court, check at quarter court. Jordan gets it into Carnes. Carnes chest pass backcourt to Alvarez. Into the front court, tries to dribble by 2, stripped away, loose on the floor, picked up by Alvarez. Now to Carnes, 3-on-1. That strip from behind out of bounds. It went off Carnes' foot. Turnover, Fort Morgan, their second. With 5.5 to go in the first, Mountain View leads 4-2. Not too much of a student section for Mountain View, but they are electric tonight. Aiden Vansel, chest pass to the left one for Wind. Is that an illegal screen or a foul on Fort Morgan? It's a foul on the Mustangs. I think Aiden Garver pushed off. He had his issues with the officials last night. It was called for a technical. 3/4 court now on the offensive end. Vansel to throw it in. Vansel bounces it into Gavin Hatch, guarded by Forrest Jordan. Man-to-man for the Mustangs. On the bounce pass to Carrillo all the way, lays it up and in with the left hand. Javi Carrillo's got 4, and that's the lead, 6-2. Trapped in the backcourt is Alvarez. Jump pass at his own free throw line to Jordan. Got to get rid of it. You're still moving the ball laterally. Jump pass towards Jordan. Crossing midcourt of the bounce to Carnes. And, I think TJ Schneider called a timeout. But he had a 3-on-2. Once they got the ball into the front court, he had numbers, but I think Coach Schneider feared that the Mustangs would be called for a 10-second violation. But I'm telling you, they would have had an easy opportunity. With 4:56 to go in the opening quarter, Mountain View 6, Fort Morgan 2. Mountain View girls won tonight 76-14. Mustang Wrestlers in Florence this weekend at the Mel Smith Invitational. And just beyond midcourt, Aiden Garver to throw it in. With Carrillo right there on top of him. Make that Noah Phillips, actually. There's the lob into Rodrigo Alvarez. Swings it behind Carnes, nearly in the backcourt. Nice job of Wesley chasing it down. Double team. Bounce pass in the corner for Jordan. Jordan dribbles to his right. Bounce pass in the corner for Gherkin. Gherkin looking down low, puts up a long shot. Misses on the left baseline from 15. And the rebound is Zachary Wind of Mountain View. On the outlet to Vansel. 4.5 to go in the first. 6-2 Mountain View. Straight away to Wind. Behind the three-point line. Into the lane all the way. Lays it up and in right by Aiden Garver. And Garver to the floor, but I think that might have been a flop. I don't think Garver was contacted. I think he wanted to get a call. And there's a steal by Carrillo. He stripped Wesley Carnes. Carrillo scores. Mustangs might need a timeout again. They're down 10-2. Front court pass to Garver, fouled by Aiden Vansel. That'll be the team's second. Now a 6-0 run for Mountain View. And Garver just beyond midcourt to throw it in. Aiden Garver's a tremendous athlete. He stays composed. He's got a lot of promise as a junior. Carnes left-handed dribble, left corner. Garver's shot is blocked out of there by Carrillo and taken away by Phillips. He blocked that three-point shot. Vansel the other way to Phillips. Long straightaway three is off the back of the rim. Nathan Gherkin grabs his third rebound. On the outlet to Alvarez. Dribbles by a Mountain View mountain line. Down low for Jordan. Defender in the air. Banks and scores. Off the glass for Forrest Jordan. Mountain View 10, Fort Morgan 4. 3.5 to go first quarter. Isaias Zavala getting ready to check in. Mountain View with a couple of substitutions momentarily. Baseball pass inside. Reverse layup up and in. Mustangs fell asleep on the back end. Phillips scores. Aiden Vansel with the assist. And Carnes nearly out of control, but got it into the front court. And then Jordan is tied up by Wind. Possession arrow, Mountain View. So Ashton Gilbert is in along with Cameron Borchert. Well, Reese Borchert wears 3 on the girls' team. Cameron Borchert, 3 on the boys' team. Vansel is out, so is Zachary Wind. And I think they made a third substitution as well. Nope, no, Vansel stays in the game. He was headed to the bench, but Coach Brandon summoned him back in the game. Vansel, baseball pass at the top for Phillips. Left to the lane, and he's fouled. Oh, double dribble. He went to the floor. Nice defense by the Mustangs. First turnover for Mountain View with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. And Mountain View with a 12-4 advantage. Garver triggers it in the backcourt. Garver to Alvarez at his own free throw line. Bounce pass to Carnes. Carnes jump pass front court to Alvarez. In the left corner, here's Zavala. Zavala, left-handed dribble, penetrates. He's cut off. Back out behind the three-point line to Alvarez. He takes a long three, and that is off the front of the rim. And that's a strong rebound. Nathan Gherkin commits the foul, though. Man, Carrillo went to the floor. Gherkin hooked him. First foul on Gherkin. Mustangs scored 9 points last night in the first 12 minutes of the game, and they're struggling again offensively. But they're only down by 8. And here is Aiden Vansel for Mountain View with 2.5 to go. Vansel dribbles to his right, spinning at the top for Carrillo. Swings it left side for Borchard, penetrating left baseline, double team, bounce pass inside for Phillips against Gherkin, defender of the air, and has the shot blocked by Gherkin on that reverse layup. Gherkin grabs the board. Here's Wesley Carnes the other way at the free throw line, behind the three-point line, takes the three. Yes, Wesley Carnes can shoot with anybody. It's now a 5-point lead for Mountain View as the Mustangs counter. 12-7, 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. With a left-handed dribble, here's Vansel to his right, crossing over on Carnes, dribbles by Carnes all the way, lays it up and in. Terrible defense by the Mustangs. Nobody helped out Carnes in the back end. It's 14-7, a minute 50 to go in the first. Carnes with a left-handed dribble against Vansel, throws up a floater and misses in and out. Rebound Gherkin, and Gherkin is fouled, and he tried to go up. He's fouled by either Carrillo or Ashton Gilbert, and they're going to call that on Carrillo. Gherkin to the line because the Mustangs don't have many offensive threats. They can really collapse on Carnes. Yeah, he's got to take every shot possible when he has the smallest seam, as he did when he nailed a three. The Gherkin free throws a line drive, and it's good as they got every part of the rim. Mountain View 14, Fort Morgan 8, with a minute 48 to go in the opening quarter. And free throw number 2 is coming up for Nathan Gherkin. The senior bends, shoots, misses, back rim. Ashton Gilbert with a rebound for Mountain View on the outlet to Phillips. Phillips with a minute 36 to go. First quarter. At the top against Alvarez, between his legs, backs up, lost control of the basketball. Here comes Alvarez. Alvarez all the way, lays it up. Oh, too strong, got nothing but glass. Carnes with a rebound. Garver, three is up, and he bricked it. Nothing but glass. Mountain View committed their second turnover. There is the rebound to Zachary Wind. Man, that was ugly. Alvarez should have passed it to Carnes. He was in front of him, so that was a little bit of a selfish play. Here's Dylan Garland. He lost control, picked off by Zavala. Here on the outside left is Zavala dribbling left baseline, and he was stripped out of bounds as he drove towards the basket. Redding checking in for Gherkin. Mustang basketball, Carnes to throw it in, calling out the play. 59.3 seconds to go in the first. Boy, he's got Garver wide open. Bounce pass inside to Redding, and he misses, but he's fouled. Nice cut to the basket to the right of the rack for Chase Redding. And he was bodied up and fouled by Ashton Gilbert. Redding to shoot 2. He doesn't score a lot, so this is a rare opportunity. And he misses the free throw off the front of the rim. The Mustangs have attempted the only free throws in the opening quarter. They're 1 for 3. Senior Chase Redding. Free throw number 2. He shoots and misses. Back rimmed. Gilbert with a rebound for Mountain View. Gilbert by himself now kicks it back out to Garland. Garland will call out the play for the Mountain Lions, guarded by Carnes. On the right side, here is Borchard straight away to Gilbert. Now into the game on the left wing is Carson Kessinger. Down low for Borchard, misses the shot, The ball is loose. It's out of bounds off of Redding. Redding and Garver went to the ground, to the floor. Neither could secure the basketball. And Garland to throw it in. Still down by 6 is Fort Morgan. 14-8, 35 to go in the first. Left corner with the basketball is Wind. Back out to Gilbert. Gilbert left corner for Garland, guarded by Carnes. Dribbles to his right, spinning on Carnes, and he's right in front of him. Wesley Carnes forces the turnover as he dribbled the ball out of bounds. Garland just lost control completely. Great defense by the senior. The inbounds pass to Carnes. 23 seconds remaining. Carnes at the free throw line. Jump pass, left corner Zavala. Dribbles left baseline, pulls up from 7. That's an air ball, an ugly miss. Ashton Gilbert has the basketball on the outlet to Dylan Garland. Lob to Borchert. 10 seconds to go. Left to the lane. And then he puts up a little runner from 5 and misses. Ball is loose. There's going to be a tie-up between Redding and Wind. Possession arrow, Fort Morgan. Mustangs will have one final shot with 5.5 seconds to go in the first, trailing 14-9. And Mountain View with plenty of pressure in the backcourt. They'll make the Mustangs earn even a shot attempt. Garver gets it into Rodrigo Alvarez. Chest pass midcourt to Redding. His jump pass is taken by Zavala. 1 second to go, and his three-pointer is blocked. He just turned and tried to chuck it up there, and there was nothing there by Zavala. I think I had 14-9. It's 14-8. Yeah, 14-8, the correct score. 8 minutes of basketball completed on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's hit the second quarter. 14-8 in favor of Mountain View over Fort Morgan. On the outside left, Vansel straight away to Borchert. Takes a long three. That's an air ball out of bounds. For the Mustangs, Redding, Zavala, Carnes, Jordan, and Aiden Garver. Zachary Wind in there along with Aiden Vansel. Cameron Borchert. Get the other two members. Here's Carnes, middle of the lane, all the way. He puts it up left baseline, and he misses it all to the rim. The rebound is taken by Jordan. 3 in the corner. Yes! Jordan fed Carnes in the corner, and he drilled the open shot. And the Mustangs close to within 3. It's 14-11. Vansel guarded by Carnes, crossing midcourt, dribbles to his left. On the left baseline, jump pass. Back out to Borchert, lost control of the basketball, picked it back up, and then he was fouled. That's not a tie-up. He's fouled by Garver. That'll be his second. Carson Kissinger also out there, but now they make substitutions, but he's still out there. And Carrillo is back in. Gavin Hatch checks back into the game. Here's Kissinger on the high left to Vansel. Working off a pick, dribbles by Carnes, then puts up a shot, body contact, no whistle, and the ball is out of bounds. Zavala had the ball, but his right foot was on the end line. And that means Mountain View retains possession, 6:54 to go second quarter. Vansel lobs it in left corner for Hatch, double teamed. Jump pass back out to Zachary Wind at the free throw line, bodies up, and he threw a shoulder in there. But they're going to call a defensive foul on Zavala. Man, Zavala could have held his ground a little bit more. That would have been an offensive foul. Instead, it's a personal for Zavala. His first, both teams with 4 fouls in this opening half. Vansel again to throw it in. Left corner bounce pass for Carrillo. Back out to Wind. Wind against Zavala, lobs it over to Vansel. In the corner for Hatch, picked up by Garver. Garver right there, penetrates. Bounce pass down low for Wind in the lane. Turns, kicks it back out to Kissinger. The 3 is up and short, and the ball is tipped around into the hands of Vansel. Vansel resets, dribbles by Carnes, and Carnes commits the foul from behind. That'll be the 15th foul on Carnes with his first personal, as Carnes was going for the strip. Nathan Gherkin and Rodrigo Alvarez back in. They'll replace Wesley Carnes and Aiden Garver. And Vansel to throw it in. Left to the basket. Vansel bounce pass, free throw line Hatch. 16-footers around and no good. Right behind the free throw line. Rebound to Gherkin. On the outlet to Alvarez. 6:16 to go before the break. Mountain View 14, Fort Morgan 11. Alvarez in the lane. Has his shot blocked out of there, but Jordan comes up with a loose change. In the lane. Fading and shooting is Zavala. His shot is blocked. Vansel picks it up. Fort Morgan's got to get some separation from defenders because they're struggling right now. Cross-court pass is taken now in the corner by Wind. Back out to Hatch. Hatch on the outside left to Vansel. Vansel against Jordan. Vansel looking on the right-handed dribble. At the top now for Gavin Hatch. 5:45 to go. Dribbles by Redding all the way. Scoops it up and an air ball with the left hand. And then Kissinger went over the back of Jordan, committing the team's 5th foul. Kissinger with his first. And now we have a timeout called by Mountain View. We'll keep it right here with 5:41 to go, second quarter. Mustang defense has been tremendous in this quarter. The problem is the offense hasn't really caught up. Mountain View has not scored in the first 2 minutes and 19 seconds, but Fort Morgan only has the 3 from Carnes in the corner, and he is out of the game. Just a substitution. And that's the issue with Fort Morgan all season. The offense is very limited. They've got to win games on the defensive end because Carnes put up 32 to beat Brush. I mean, that's essentially equivalent to about a 48-point game at the NBA level. So that tells you that was a monster effort required by the senior for the Mustangs to win that game by 11. And that was 1 month ago this upcoming Tuesday. That was December 17th. It'll be Hatch, Vansel, Phillips now back into the game, the leading scorer for Mountain View. Carrillo and Wind, the 5 starters for the Mustangs. Redding, Gherkin, Zavala, Jordan, and Rodrigo Alvarez. Jordan to throw it into the backcourt with pressure being applied. 2 on top of Alvarez. Bounce pass over to Jordan, still in the backcourt near his free throw line to Alvarez. Alvarez with a couple of dribbles, fouled near midcourt. That's a good move by Alvarez along the baseline, and Gavin Hatch got him with a body. And that should be, is that going to be the 17th foul or just the 6th? 16th foul. With 5.5 to go, Mustangs could shoot a lot of free throws like they did yesterday in the second half, especially in the third quarter. Jordan towards the top. Swings it left side for Zavala. Zavala dribbles towards the free throw line, into the paint, right of the paint. Right corner, Rodrigo Lopez dribbles to his left, straight up to Jordan. Jordan in the lane, fades, he can't shoot there. Then his pass is going to go into the backcourt. It's intercepted by Hatch, he'll lay it up and in. The Mustangs commit their 4th turnover, and Gavin Hatch scores for the first time in the game. 16-11, Mountain View. Jordan trapped in the backcourt, bounce pass to Alvarez. Into the front court, dribbles into the paint, and then his pass down low is flipped away and tipped away, but retrieved by Jordan in the quarter. Now to Rodrigo Alvarez, left-handed dribble, spinning at the free throw line. Left corner, Jordan penetrates, puts it up. That shot is blocked, but a foul. Clean block by Carrillo, but I think there was a foul as well with a body, and it might have been Carrillo himself, which would be his 2nd, and it is. Forrest Jordan did score 2 points in the first quarter. First free throw by Jordan is in the air, and that's good. Fort Morgan to within 4 at 16-12. Getting your house to the right temperature is difficult. Bailey Mechanical is at 970-522-0471. They will go to work for you. Bailey Mechanical. Second free throw. Back rim, no. Rebound to Phillips is checking in. In between free throws is Wesley Carnes. Across the timeline, Vansel, 4.5 remaining in the opening half. Mountain View 16, Fort Morgan 12. Vansel with a crossover dribble at the top for Phillips. Wide open 3. He'll take it and he'll miss it. In and out. Rebound on one hop to Alvarez. That's his first of the game. Alvarez double team. Backcourt pass to Redding. Pass in the front court, that is to Forrest Jordan. Nearly foul, bounce pass back out to Redding. Dribbling left baseline all the way, scoops it up and in with the left hand. Make it the right hand to the left of the glass for Chase Redding. What a move in midair. Mustangs to within 2, 16-14. Here's Wind in the lane, off the glass, no good. Gherkin snags a 6th rebound and finds Alvarez on the outlet. The Mustangs can tie it on this possession. Alvarez with a left-handed dribble, head of the three-point circle, dribbling to his right against Hatch, hands it off to Carnes. Carnes working off a screen from Redding, and we have a traveling violation on Carnes. They said he dragged his back foot. 5th turnover for Fort Morgan. Here's the inbounds pass to Hatch. 3:36 to go. Second quarter. Mountain View 16, Fort Morgan 14. Hatch, chest pass left wing for Carrillo against Gherkin. Kicks it back out straight away to Vansel. Chest pass on the right side to Carrillo against Gherkin. Right corner for Hatch. Guarded by Alvarez. Left-handed dribble into the paint. Swings it left corner. Borchard wide open 3. Yes. Wide open. Check that. That's Ashton Gilbert who hits the 3. It's 19-14. Mountain View. Jump pass front court to Alvarez. Alvarez now to Carnes. He fakes the 3. Dribbles into the lane. Down low. Gherkin puts it up. Blocked from behind by Phillips. He could have laid it in easily. Instead, I think he tried to go for the dunk, and it was stripped from behind. Vansel against Carnes. Vansel spinning in the lane. Puts it up and in off the glass. What a move by Aiden Vansel. It's now a 5-0 run for Mountain View. 21-14. Got to stay in control of your Fort Morgan. Pass down low. Redding lays it up and in. Off the beautiful feed from Rodrigo Alvarez. Redding has scored for the second time in the quarter. It's now a 5-point game. Mountain View 21, Fort Morgan 16. 2:27 to go before halftime. On the high right, Gavin Hatch in the corner now for Carrillo. Guarded by Gherkin. Swings it right side to Phillips. And right there on top of him is Aiden Garver. Left-handed dribble. Spinning, turning, fading, shooting, missing, and a foul. Might have been Garver. Nope, it's going to be Gherkin committing his second foul. Noah Phillips to the line. With 2:16 to go. That was good defense, but plenty of contact there. Free throw upcoming for Noah Phillips. That is up and that's in. The lead is up to 6. Cameron Borchard back into the game with Zachary Wind. Mountain View 22, Fort Morgan 16. Free throw number 2 is up and in. Rodrigo Alvarez in the backcourt, jump pass to Carnes. Carnes to Alvarez into the front court. Near the top to Garver, left-handed dribble all the way, lays it up and in. What a move by the junior Garver with the left hand. That was sweet. 23-18. Man, Aiden Garver, he can be special. There's no question about it. He showed some incredible athleticism and deception right there. Vansel spinning into the lane. Left corner, 3 by Borchard. Good. Wide open was Borchard in the corner. Second 3 of the quarter for Mountain View. 26-18, a minute 36 to go. Alvarez in the lane, lays it up, and an offensive foul as he missed. To the floor was Ashton Gilbert. It's also a turnover by the Mustangs, their 6th. Mountain View going for the sweep tonight. Girls won 76-14. The boys are leading with a minute and 30 to go. 26-18. Here is Vansel. Vansel against Carnes between the legs. Chest pass left wing to Borchard. Hands it off to Gilbert. Left to the lane, then lost control of the ball. Then committed the offensive foul. Garver to the floor. Nice defense by Aiden Garver. Second personal for Ashton Gilbert. Mustangs need a bucket. Had 8 points in the opening quarter, 10 in the second. Minute 12 remaining. On the high right is Wesley Carnes, guarded by Vansel. Carnes behind the three-point line between his legs. Near the timeline to Alvarez. On the outside left to Garver. Dribbles left baseline. Can't shoot over there. He's cut off. Jump pass to Redding. He'll take the 3, and it's off to the left. And a tie-up for the rebound. There's a tie between Gherkin and Wind. Possession arrow, Fort Morgan. 55.4 to go. Is there going to be a discussion? The whistle was blown and Gherkin went back up, but there's going to be, that's going to be a technical, I believe, or no? Are they calling a technical here, or are they going to inbound it? Because Gherkin went through with a play after the whistle. Yeah, because I don't know what Nathan's doing. Walking towards the bench. All right, Fort Morgan basketball, no technical. Carnes in the right corner to Jordan. Back out to Alvarez with a left-handed dribble to his left. Left corner, Carnes. He'll take the 3 and miss it back rimmed. And the rebound on one hop is taken by Zachary Wind all the way, lays it up and in. Off the glass, timeout Mustangs. They're down by 10. 28-18, or is this not a timeout? Carnes might be hurt. Yeah, Carnes is going to be taken out of this game. He went down hard and got up a little shaky. Charlie Langford into the game for the first time. And Fort Morgan down 28-18. Inbounds pass to Langford in the backcourt. Along the baseline, Langford nearly stripped, gets it back. Langford has to get across the timeline and does it. A jump pass to Jordan. Jordan, bounce pass down low for Gherkin, defender in the air, and he puts it up and in. Nice job of Forrest Jordan finding Nathan Gherkin inside. Should be 28-20. Let's see. Vansel across the timeline, 16 seconds to go. And then a steal by Langford. Charlie with a steal. Charlie all the way. Charlie lays it up and misses, but a foul. Ashton Gilbert commits his third. That's nice defense by Charlie Langford. And he will shoot a deuce with 9.5 seconds to go. Charlie making a contribution very quickly in this game. See if we can hit at least one free throw. That one is up, and that one is perfect. His older brother Jackson, who graduated in 2021, was a very good free throw shooter, excellent basketball player. Second free throw for the junior is up, and that's perfect as well. 28-22. 7 seconds to go. Vansel at midcourt to win with 5. With 4, he might take the 3. Hands it off to Phillips with 1. Now the long 3 is an air ball. It's missed over there by Cameron Borchert. And that's the end of the opening half. Mustangs are still in this game. Not that it was anticipated they'd be out of the game this early, but plenty of energy in that first half with very, very few free throws as well, which is why we're going at a pretty quick pace. We have played 8 minutes of basketball. How about 16? 8 times 2. With the score, it's Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan 22 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Wesley Carnes, Aiden Garver, Rodrigo Alvarez, Forrest Jordan, and Nathan Gherkin to begin the second half. Mountain View basketball with Gavin Hatch, Aiden Vansel, Javi Carrillo, Zachary Wind, and Noah Phillips. Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan 22. And is there an issue with Nathan Gherkin? There's got to be, I think, with some blood or something, or an open wound. I'm not sure. So Chase Redding will have to begin the second half. I don't know, but he's going to take a seat on the bench here momentarily. And he's tucking in his jersey, so he'll go right back into the game. Next whistle. Vansel for Mountain View on the high right. Bounce pass near the corner to Hatch. Hatch working against Alvarez. Dribbles to his left off a screen all the way. Lays it up, and he missed it. And the rebound put back by Wind, and it's blocked. It is blocked by Jordan and taken away by Garver. Nice defense, but then a steal, and Hatch puts it up, and he misses. He gets the rebound. Hatch turns, dribbles, hooks it back out to Vansel. Turnover number 6 for Fort Morgan. On the outside right, Carrillo in the corner for Phillips. Dribbles right baseline against Garver. Defender in the air, reverse layup off the bottom of the backboard and off his head out of bounds. Wow, that was not good for Phillips. And now Gherkin is in for Redding. So the Mustangs survive that turnover. Carnes in the backcourt to Alvarez. Front court pass to Jordan. Gherkin was wide open, didn't find him in time. In the left corner for Gherkin. Nathan Gherkin back out to Jordan. Thinks about the 3, swings it back out to Carnes. Carnes in the high left, over to Jordan. Jordan left wing. Baseball pass to the top for Gherkin. On the left wing, here is Carnes. Bodied up there by Carrillo. Backs up for a triple, and that's off the bottom of the rim. Zachary Wind with his 4th rebound on the outlet to Vansel. Vansel against Alvarez, now dribbling towards the head of the three-point circle. Cross-court Carrillo, wide open 3, and he bricked it off to the left. Nathan Gherkin grabs his 7th rebound. The outlet to Carnes. 6:37 to go in the third. Carnes in the high right behind the three-point line. Into the lane all the way. Reverse layup is up and he missed it. Too strong. Rebound to Vansel is fourth. Vansel crossing midcourt, spinning. Picked up by Wesley Carnes. Left-handed dribble at the top. On the left side to Carrillo. Back out to Phillips straight away. Overhead pass on the right wing to Hatch. Bounce pass right baseline. That is Zachary Wind against Forrest Jordan. Left of the lane, into the paint. Turns, hooks, and misses. Rebound, putback is up, and that's too strong. And that tip is no good. Rebound to Nathan Gherkin. That's going to be his 8th rebound. Here come the Mustangs the other way, looking to make it a 4 3-point game. Neither team has scored in the quarter with 5:55 to go. Mountain View 28, Fort Morgan 22. Jordan on the outside left, baseball pass at the top for Garver. Left of the lane, cut off over there. Swings it cross court to Alvarez. Alvarez with a right-handed dribble. On the right side to Jordan, working off a screen against Hatch. Back out to Carnes. Carnes behind his back. Into the lane. Carnes jump pass, left corner for Jordan. Bounce pass down low for Gherkin. Dribbles, turns, shoots, scores! Nathan Gherkin left of the lane from about 8 feet away. It's now 28-24 Mountain View. Gherkin with 7. 5:17 remaining in the third. Ashton Gilbert getting ready to check in. Vansel swings it at the top for Hatch. Hatch with the basketball. On the outside left to Noah Phillips against Ashton, against Garver. Misses the 15-footer. Rebound to Gherkin. Gherkin with his 9th. There's the outlet to Carnes. Carnes left of the lane all the way. Puts it up. Too strong. Gherkin goes for the rebound. It's loose, though, and picked up by Carrillo, his first board. There's the outlet to Vansel. Vansel spinning on Carnes on the left wing, dribbling left baseline. Back out to Wind. Wind doesn't take the 3. Over to Phillips. Left of the lane all the way. Left-handed floater misses, but a foul. Forrest Jordan got him with a body. With 4:37 remaining, third quarter, the offenses have scuffled. The only point scored by Nathan Gherkin. And to the stripe is Noah Phillips. Free throw is in. Averaging 17 a game. He's only got 5. Borchert and Gilbert are in for Vansel and Wind. Free throw number 2 for Noah Phillips. The senior bends, shoots, scores. 30-24. Rodrigo Alvarez, chest pass, front court to Forrest Jordan. Between his legs on the outside left behind the three-point line. Hands it off to Alvarez. Wide open 3, front rimmed. Ball is loose on the floor. Gilbert picks it up along the baseline. Gilbert looking for the outlet, double team. Baseball pass, front court. It's a 3-on-1. Borchert, right wing, right corner. Phillips fakes the 3, dribbles right baseline, and going to the floor is Rodrigo Alvarez, but that's a blocking foul. Should be a block. That'll be his first, the team's second. And to trigger it in for Mountain View is going to be who? Ashton Gilbert. To the left of the basket is Gilbert with a 6-point lead for Mountain View. There's the lob in the lane to Carrillo. Swings it left corner. Phillips. 3 is up. Back rimmed it. Gherkin blocks out for his 10th rebound, but then the ball is stolen in the backcourt, and the layup is up and blown by Borchert. And then Gherkin grabs a rebound, and there was contact down low. Mustang turnover does not hurt them, but it will be a foul against Mountain View. And a push. Are they going to call that on Gherkin? You cannot call that on Gherkin. No way. That is crazy. How do they call that foul on Gherkin? That's awful. That is a terrible call. Gilbert to throw it in. He clearly had position, then Redding commits the foul. That's not a good foul by Redding. He's got to be more disciplined than that. He just made contact against Carrillo in the corner off an inbounds pass. And you're going to get your team in trouble. That's going to be another team foul, their 4th. Gilbert lobs it in the right corner for Hatch. Back out to Noah Phillips against Garver. On the left side, here's Gilbert. Carnes right on top of him. Gilbert, right corner, penetrating is Carrillo, and he runs right into Alvarez, who strips the ball from him. Nice defense by the Mustangs. Here's Redding the other way, lays it up, and it's blocked by Phillips. Taken away by Ashton Gilbert. Gilbert for Mountain View, long pass to Phillips. Right wing triple in the air is no good, and the ball is tipped around. And it's rebounded over there by Borchard. Mountain View resets. Gilbert three is short. Nobody blocks him out. Gilbert to Phillips, right wing three, and we've got a 3-second violation against Mountain View. 30-24 still the score. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. Here is Rodrigo Alvarez with a left-handed dribble into the front court. Mustangs need something. Alvarez against Phillips. Dribbles to his right, into the paint, and then it's going to be tied up. Possession arrow, Fort Morgan. Phillips tied him up. Got to use that body to shield off the defender. That was the struggle right there for Rodrigo Alvarez. Carnes inside to Redding. Lost control, tries to save it in, but does to Noah Phillips. 8th turnover for the Mustangs. Phillips left in the lane, left corner wide open. Borchard three, and he threw up an air ball, but Garver had to go through his hands, and it's grabbed by Carrillo. Now to Hatch. Now Phillips in the corner for a three, and he missed it. The rebound to Borchard goes back up, and he misses. Putback is up and in by Carrillo. Too many rebounds there, and it's now an 8-point lead for Mountain View. 32-24, 2:39 to go, third quarter. 4-0 run in a low-scoring game. Alvarez right of the lane, in the lane, bounce pass to the cutting Carnes, banks, and scores. Alvarez to Carnes. Wesley now with 8. The lead is down to 6. 32-26, 2:22 remaining, third quarter. Gavin Hatch is going to hand it off to Phillips, nearly fouled by Alvarez, and there's a timeout. Alvarez got away with a foul. You don't want to foul because you have 14 fouls, and Mountain View has not committed one. It's a full timeout, and this is the definition, if you're Fort Morgan, of hanging around. That's all they're doing, hanging around. They have not been in the lead in this game, but they have not trailed. They trailed by 10 at one point. They've gotten to within 4, and now it's at 6. And in this quarter, Mountain View has scored 4 points, and that's the same total for the Mustangs. Very low-scoring third quarter. And Mountain View has been awful from three-point range. Let's see, they have hit just 2 in this game, but they've missed at least 10 three-pointers, at least, if not more. Dylan Garland checking in, three-quarters court, gets it into Vansel. Charlie Langford in along with Zavala for Fort Morgan. On the outside right to Garland. On the three-point line at the top for Carrillo. Now here's Borchard against Garver. Borchard on the left wing at the top for Gilbert. Dribbling right of the lane all the way. Hooks it up. Too strong. Putback is up and in on the follow by Carrillo. He was not blocked out. Second time he's done that. And we have a whistle and a foul. That should be a foul in the backcourt against Dylan Garland of Mountain View. Their first team foul in this second half, and only a minute 55 remaining, third quarter. 34-26 Mountain View. In the backcourt is Wesley Carnes. Carnes jump pass to Langford. Langford on the high left in the corner for Zavala. Dribbles to his right, now to Langford. Charlie Langford dribbles right of the lane all the way. Had the ball stripped away by Vansel out of bounds. Yeah, you can't force that. That was a total force by Charlie. And luckily for him, they just stripped it and it went out of bounds. In the corner for Redding, back out to Garver straight away. Aiden Garver, chest pass to Carnes, fakes the three, dribbles into the lane. He leans, he shoots, and around it, no good. That was halfway down. Rebound to Carrillo, missed a little 5-footer. Carrillo now with his 5th rebound. Mountain View can go up by 10 points or more. Here's Vansel into the paint, back out straight away to Garland. In the left corner is Borchard against Zavala. Swings it left side for Vansel against Langford. Backs up behind the three-point line. And we have a whistle and a foul on Langford. That's going to be the 5th team foul. Langford has committed his first. And we have 70 seconds to go in the third. Aiden Vansel. They get it into Gilbert. Gilbert against Zavala. Back out to Garland. At the top now for Vansel. 1 minute remaining in the third. Vansel against Langford. Watch out. Don't commit the foul, Charlie. Vansel has the shot blocked. They call a foul, though, on Langford. Vansel went to the floor as Vansel missed, but Langford got a little bit of wrist, apparently. Aiden Vansel has 4 points in the game. Now will shoot 2. This could be a 10-point lead in a low-scoring game for Mountain View. Vansel dribbles, spins, shoots, connects. Mountain View 35, Fort Morgan 26. Mountain View has taken 5 free throws in this game and made all of them. Zachary Wind is in for Javi Carrillo, who killed the Mustangs with a couple of follows. Second free throw is up and in. It's a 6-0 run for Mountain View. They're up by 10. Aiden Garver along the baseline of the backcourt. Jump pass to Langford. Langford sets up the offense for Fort Morgan. Cross-court right wing for Garver. Garver dribbles into the paint and is fouled. That'll be the second team foul. And committed by Dylan Garland, his second. Left to the basket. Carnes to throw it in. There's the lob towards Aiden Garver. Garver against the defender at the free throw line, into the paint, turns, fades, shoots, and scores! Aiden Garver, 13-footer straight away. Mustangs to within 8, 36-28. 26 seconds remaining in the third. Here's Vansel crossing over on Langford. Hands it off to Wind. Wind with 19 seconds to go. He fades, he turns, he banks and scores. Zachary Wind in the paint has got 8. Back up by 10. 38-28. Carnes with 7 seconds to go. Backs up, fakes the 3, takes the 3, misses off the back of the rim. Rebound to Wind, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Mountain View 38, Fort Morgan 28 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back at Mountain View High School in Loveland. It's head of the fourth quarter. It's 38-28 Mountain View. Garland gets it into Vansel. Mountain View possession with Wind, Kissinger, and Ashton Gilbert. Kissinger on the high right against Zavala. At the top now for Garland. Left side to Gilbert. And he traveled. He picked up that back foot and he dragged it. Mustangs with only 8 turnovers in the game. That's 8 for Mountain View. It's Zavala, Jordan, Alvarez, Gherkin, and Redding. Mustangs need Carnes in that game pretty quickly. You're down by 10 with only 28 points. Seems like you're down by more. Alvarez on the outside right, backs up, can't take that 3. Right on top of him is Gilbert. Alvarez looking, then had the ball wrestled away by Gilbert. Turnover number 9. Here's Dylan Garland into the front court. On the right side to Gilbert. Right corner for Vansel. Back to Gilbert. Swings it left side. Here's Dylan Garland. At the top, Vansel fakes the 3. Steps to his left. All the way. Lost control. And it's taken away by Zavala. And then that bounce pass is intercepted by Gilbert. Mustangs got sloppy. Garland to Vansel. Banks and scores to the right of the basket. 8 points for Vansel. The lead is 12. It's now a 10-2 run. And do we have an intentional foul? Let's see, there's going to be a foul. Looks like the foul was committed by Kissinger of Mountain View away from the ball. That's going to be his second. Fort Morgan will have it 3/4 court. No technical or anything. Jordan to throw it in. Garland right on top of him. Bounce pass left corner for Alvarez. Dribbles to his right. Bounce pass down low for Gherkin. In the lane. Turns double team. Cross court to Redding. Right wing 3. Yes! Chase Redding nails the 3. You need lots of those. It's down to 9. 40-31. 6:45 remaining in the game. Wesley Carnes about to check in, you would think, at this point. TJ Schneider walking along the bench and leading is Gilbert. He misses that runner, and the rebound to Alvarez. Alvarez of Fort Morgan. Across the timeline. Crossover dribble against Vansel. Into the paint all the way. Floats it up and around and good. And a foul on Mountain View. And the Mustangs to within 7. Strong drive to the rack. by Rodrigo Alvarez, and the foul is on Aiden Vansel, his third. What a move by Rodrigo. First points of the game. And we still have 6:24 remaining. Carrillo and Phillips back in along with Zachary Wind. Gavin Hatch in there. Free throw is up, in and out. Could have been a 2-possession game. It's still 3 possessions. Rebound to Zachary Wind. Mustangs have scored the last 5 points of the game. Gavin Hatch against Alvarez. Dribbles to his right. He's going to hand it off to Garland. Garland with 6:05 to go. Chest pass left wing for Phillips. Guarded by Zavala at the top for Carrillo. Steps to his right to Hatch. Hatch cross-court pass taken now by Phillips. On the high right to Hatch, working off a screen. Hands it off to Carrillo. 17-footer. Hits nothing but glass. Forrest Jordan comes away with the basketball for Fort Morgan. Mustangs need a bucket. Here is Chase Redding. Redding at the top. Redding right of the lane. Spinning. Turning. Jump pass to Jordan. Jordan pulls up. Cannot shoot there. He's got to get rid of it. Feeds it back out to Alvarez. 5.5 to go from Mountain View. Alvarez at the free throw line. Backs up. Fades. Turns. Shoots. Scores! His right foot was on the line, though. So it's a 2-pointer. Man, that's a long fadeaway for Rodrigo Alvarez. The Mustangs are on a 7-0 run. 40-35. 5:12 to go. Here's Phillips. Left to the paint. Hands it off to Carrillo. Right corner. Garland 3 is off the back of the rim. Rebound to Carrillo. Bodied up by a Mustang. Banks misses. Rodrigo Alvarez grabs the rebound for Fort Morgan. The Mustangs can make it a 1-possession game. Here is Alvarez dribbling into the paint. In the right corner, Zavala. 3 in the air is around and no good. Rebound, Gherkin. Reverse layup up and in off the glass. Maybe a timeout's about to be called by Mountain View, and that's the case. 9-0 run for the Mustangs. 4:46 to go in the game. It is Mountain View 40, Fort Morgan 37 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Mustangs were left it for dead about a minute and a half ago, but then Chase Redding got this rally started with a 3-pointer, all with Wesley Carnes on the bench. It's a 9-0 run for Fort Morgan, and all of a sudden they're down by 3 with 4:46 to go. Mountain View 40, Fort Morgan 37. I'm John Beltran, live in Loveland. Garver, Carnes is now back in. Redding, Alvarez, and Forrest Jordan. Gherkin, even with that reverse, is on the bench, so you'll lose some size. And you're going to sacrifice a lot because Mountain View is definitely taller here. Phillips, Carrillo, Borchert, Hatch, and Gilbert, the inbounds passer. Got to hang tough on the boards now. Gavin Hatch with a left-handed dribble against Alvarez. Bounce pass to the top for Carrillo, guarded by Redding. Inside to Borchert. Left baseline Hatch, 10-footer is around and no good. And looked like Jordan got the rebound and was fouled. Should be a foul and not a tie-up. Yep, that's going to be a foul against Mountain View. That'll be the 15th foul. Nice block out by Forrest Jordan. Foul on Hatch is his third. Incredibly enough, Fort Morgan can tie it on this possession. Backcourt pressure being applied by Mountain View. Garver gets it into the corner to Alvarez. Bounce pass to Garver underneath his own basket with a left-handed dribble for the junior. Now crossing over into the front court. Aiden Garver picks up the dribble. Looking, still looking. Hands it off to Carnes. Carnes dribbles by a defender at the free throw line. Now we'll back up behind the three-point line. Wesley Carnes can tie it with a 3. Carnes into the lane all the way. Lays it up and in with a right hand. Wesley Carnes. And the run is 11-0 for Fort Morgan. 3:58 to go in the game. Mountain View 40, Fort Morgan 39. Phillips left of the lane, in the paint, double team, and he slammed into Garver, then missed a shot, and then Garver grabs the rebound. Here's Garver out of the pack. The Mustangs can take the lead. Forrest Jordan dribbles right baseline all the way, shoots, and he missed it, left it short. Oh, man, he had a nice shot there. Gilbert with a rebound for Mountain View. Here is Gavin Hatch. Mountain View wants to run in the right corner. The 3 by Borchert is an air ball, and the ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Hatch, and he banks it in. That stops the 11-0 run. 42-39 Mountain View. 3:18 to go in the game 2 years ago. Fort Morgan lost to Mountain View in overtime. Right here in Loveland, Alvarez banks, and it's too strong. And there's the rebound to Borchert. Borchert with a 2-on-2. All the way, slams into a defender, offensive foul. Aiden Garver with some tremendous defense. Borchert commits the foul. Mountain View with their 10 turnover. That is great defense by Garver. He doesn't take that contact. Mountain View could have led by 5. Gherkin and Zavala getting ready to check in. Redding's going to check out, and so is fourth Jordan. Redding has played really well. And Jordan made a couple of key plays there. Yeah, this is getting really electric and energetic in Loveland. Wesley Carnes, the inbounds passer. 42-39 with 3:05 to go in the game. Mountain View with a 3-point advantage. Carnes in the backcourt to Garver. Garver, left-handed dribble across the timeline. Garver dribbles by 2 all the way, lays it up, and an offensive foul on Garver as he missed. Borchert, Gilbert took the contact. Tough call. Garver with his 3rd. Not a bad move either by Aiden. In fact, a fantastic move, but probably should have pulled up there and just taken a little 5-footer. But once he made contact, the offensive foul was called. 30-second timeout. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the game. The Mustangs were down by 12, scored the next 11. Then Mountain View just got a bank shot from Gavin Hatch. For a 42-39 lead. And that's where we sit. In Loveland, 9 is the magic number. 9 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska means there's always a location close by. Visit Rudy'sTires.com for more. Brian Nickel will be with you on Tuesday and Thursday. Mustangs will be hosting Riverdale Ridge on Tuesday and at Niwot on Thursday. I'll be back with you on Saturday, a week from tomorrow from Longmont, when the Mustang girls and boys take on the Skyline Falcons. All the league action, home and away, right here on Morgan County's B106. It's Gherkin, Zavala, Carnes, Garver, and Alvarez. For Fort Morgan, Carrillo, Gilbert, along with Phillips, Vansel, and Gavin Hatch. For Mountain View, Aiden Vansel dribbles towards Carnes on the outside right. Vansel bounce pass to the top for Hatch. Hatch looking down low, swings it left side for Gilbert. Guarded by Zavala. Overhead pass is tipped away, and it's loose, and it's a foul from behind on Phillips. That'll be the 17th foul. Garver will be at the line for a 1-and-1. That's a big turnover by Mountain View. They're 11th, matching Fort Morgan's total. But now you got to hit free throws. And the Mustangs in this game have not been good. Only 4 out of 9 from the line. Aiden Garver has 4 points tonight. Garver bends, shoots, and connects. And the lead is down to 2. Mountain View 41, Fort Morgan 39. Free throw number 2 for Aiden Garver. Aiden Garver shoots and misses off to the left. Ball is loose. It's rebounded by Gilbert on one hop. So the lead is 2. Mountain View the other way with Vansel. Vansel with 2:27 to go. Chest pass to the outside left to Hatch. Guarded by Carnes. Picks up the dribble. Swings it right side to Vansel. At the top now for Carrillo. Into the paint all the way. Puts it up and no good. Misses. The rebound is controlled by Zavala. Mustangs the other way. Here's Zavala all the way. Throws up a wild shot and misses. Got nothing but air. That's terrible. I mean, that was 1-on-5. Carrillo comes away with the ball. He's got to be better than that. I don't understand that play. That is not team basketball. That was awful. Here's the pass to Carrillo. On the high right to Phillips, guarded by Garver, dribbles by Garver, leans, puts it up, and he throws up an air ball. And here's Alvarez. Alvarez with 2 to beat. Better slow it down here. Alvarez right of the lane. 1:40 to go in the game. Mountain View leads by 2. Alvarez in the corner. Might need a timeout. There's a timeout called by TJ Schneider. Needed that one. If not, it would have been a 5-second call. 30-second timeout with 1:36 to go in the game. Mountain View 42, Fort Morgan 40. Yeah, there was no option. You cannot waste that possession. For the second straight night, the Mustangs are going to go down to the wire on the road. Last night they trailed throughout, tied the game on Rodrigo Alvarez's three-pointer, but then Bowie Schmitz responded on the next possession to give Roosevelt the lead for good in a 53-51 victory. Tonight, the Mustangs have trailed the entire game. They drew to within 1 and are down by 2. In the right corner, next to the Mustang bench, Garver will be the inbounds passer. Anything to tie the game or take the lead. If you let Carnes loose, he can certainly hit a big one. There's the inbounds pass to Carnes. Carnes working off the screen, takes a 3, and it's nothing but the glass. Missed it badly. Rebound to Carrillo. And Mountain View more than likely is not going to shoot. 1:21 to go in the game. Here's Gavin Hatch against Rodrigo Alvarez. Into the lane, lays it up, and then they did shoot. Mustangs did not defend. They're down by 4. 44-40, 1:07 to go. Here's Alvarez dribbling, left corner, kicks it back out to Jordan. Jordan with 1:03, hands it off to Alvarez, dribbles to his right, trapped over there. Bounce pass to Jordan with 58 to go. On the right wing to Garver. Garver into the paint all the way. There was contact, and then the ball is out of bounds. He just tried to throw it wildly towards the basket, and there was no deflection by Mountain View. It'll be Mountain View basketball. Timeout by the Mustangs, down 44-40 with 53.8 seconds to go in the game. It appeared that on that drive to the basket that Garver was trying to draw contact, that his body was flailing in the air, and he kind of boomeranged it out of bounds. It never hit rim or glass or anything. And it didn't make contact with a Mountain View player. He was just out of control. And again, this is the story of Fort Morgan's last 2 games. So close, but unless they come up with something clutch, they're going to fall again. Girls lost tonight 76-14. Mustang boys have battled and battled and battled. You had your best outside shooter, Wesley Carnes, with a 3, but he missed it very badly. And now you need a steal or some tremendous defensive play to have a shot here. There is plenty of time, though. That's the good news. Plenty of time. So let's see what the Mustangs do out of the timeout. Need something special right now if you're Fort Morgan. It'll be inbounded by Aiden Vansel. In the backcourt to the right of the hoop. Leading by 4 is Mountain View. Vansel bounce pass to Gavin Hatch, double team. Jump pass to Phillips, fouled by Carnes. It's the 19th foul, so still a 1-and-1, but you have fouled their leading scorer this season. Generally, leading scorers are very good free throw shooters. Phillips has 6 points in the game, and he is 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. So that's an issue. Phillips' free throw is up and around and no good. It's spun out. Gherkin grabs his 12th rebound. 43 seconds to go. Mustangs still have life. Carnes behind his back. Calling out the play behind the timeline. Gets a pick from Jordan. Pass inside, deflected away, taken by Garver, left baseline. He puts up a short shot and misses. And the rebound to Vansel, and Gherkin takes him to the floor and commits the foul. Garver had a great look. A tremendous look, and he left it short. Reading will check in. Gherkin is fouled out. Fouls out with 9 points, and that was such a good look for Garver. But he left it short from about 6-7 feet away. Double bonus for Aiden Vansel. It'll still be a 2-possession lead, even if he makes both, but Mountain View has a 4-point lead and only 30 seconds to go. Free throw by Vansel is up and good. Mountain View is 5 out of 6 from the line in this half and 7 of 8 in the game. Free throw number 2 is up and good. Timeout. Mountain View with 30.3 seconds to go. You can call your good neighbor, State Farm agent, Greg Mullen, at 842-4555, 970. 842-4555. He'll take care of you, as he has many clients throughout the last few decades. And they believe in keeping things simple at Bank of Colorado. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home fully online. Visit bankofcolorado.com for all the information today. Mountain View has scored the last 4 points of the game. The Mustangs had their opportunities. They could have taken the lead. Carnes missed a 3. Carnes has the ball now. Quickly into the front court with 26 seconds to go. Hands it off to Alvarez. Alvarez to Garver. Garver spins. Now hands it off to Carnes. Carnes turns, flips it down low for Reading. And then his pass is intercepted by Hatch. And that's going to be the game. Mustangs commit the foul. Garver with the foul. And Hatch to the line. You had to score there. Mustangs will fall for a second straight night. They're down by 6 with 16 seconds to go. There's no mathematical shot if Hatch hits at least one. If he misses, then the Mustangs have maybe a miracle left. Gavin Hatch misses, in and out. Free throw number 2 is coming up for Gavin Hatch. And he misses off to the left. The rebound to Garver. Need a basket here, need a 3 here. Here's Carnes, backs up, long 3. Hits the back of the rim. Hatch with a rebound. Ooh, a Mustang goes down to the floor, but that will be a Fort Morgan foul. That foul is going to be, I believe, on Reading. It's either Reading or Forrest Jordan. So we'll have more free throws with 7.3 to go. And Gavin Hatch back to the line. Now it is over. He could miss both. It doesn't matter. Had they made that, there's a prayer, but not anymore. And that free throw is going to seal it anyway, 47-40. Mountain View is on a 5-0 run after the Mustangs made it 42-40. Second free throw is around and good. Here is Wesley Carnes. No reason to pressure if you're Mountain View. Who cares? 3 is up and short, and that's it. Gavin Hatch grabs the rebound, and the game is over. Mustangs put up a fight in this game, but they lose the game by a score of 48-40. We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap it up up after this. Mountain View 48. Fort Morgan 40 in Loveland as Mountain View completes the sweep tonight on Morgan County's B106. We're also on the TuneIn app and on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, we'll keep it right here for now. All right, now we're good to go on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Mustang post-game show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you have purchased for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water. Advanced Agri Solutions at 970-571-2024. Mountain View comes away with a victory tonight, 48-40. It was 14-8 after one, 28-22 at the break, 38-28 after three, and then the Mustangs down 12 early in the fourth, went on an 11-0 run. They made it a one-point game, but Mountain View scored the final 6 points of the game. The Mustangs got 10 points from Wesley Carnes, Nathan Gerken with 9, Chase Redding at 7, 5 for Aiden Garber, Rodrigo Alvarez with 4, Forrest Jordan with 3, Charlie Langford with a deuce. For Mountain View, 10 points apiece for Aiden Vansel and Javi Carrillo. Gavin Hatch and Zachary Wind with 8, 6 for Noah Phillips. And Cameron Borchert and Ashton Gilbert with 3. Turnover situation, both teams at 11. 36 rebounds to 26 in favor of Mountain View. Carrillo had 8. Nathan Gerken had 12 for the Mustangs. The Mustangs at the free throw line did not attempt too many tonight. And when they did, they were under 500, 5 of 11. Mountain View was considerably better as they were 10 of 13. So Mountain View, even though Fort Morgan was hanging in the whole game, is able to hold off Fort Morgan and pick up the victory. With a victory, Mountain View is 3-3 in the Longs Peak and 5-5 overall. And the Mustangs are still winless in league play. 0-6 in the league, 2-8 on the season, and they have lost 5 games in a row. Mustangs will entertain Riverdale Ridge coming up on Tuesday. Final scores once again tonight. The Mountain View girls defeat Fort Morgan 76-14. Mountain View boys beat Fort Morgan 48-40. Have a great weekend. I'm John Beltran on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.